Alright, so welcome back to How to Outline Like a Rock Star, Part 3. We are going to examine how to do your body paragraphs. So make sure at this point that you have all of your materials in front of you. You need your outlines so far, whatever research that you've gathered preliminarily, as well as your thesis statement. Okay, so take a look at your first paragraph. Your first paragraph should look something like this. Okay, this is your introductory paragraph. Your second paragraph needs to look like this. Take a moment now to make sure that your paragraph does look like this. And remember, at any point in time, you can pause this video to allow you to write things down, to check to make sure that you're doing things as you should. So your second paragraph needs to be qualifying and quantifying the terms. The example paper is looking at the term martyr. So my first sentence would be the dictionary definition. The second would be society used to think and what society sees now. And then I am qualifying, I am telling my audience why this particular term is important to the conversation. But the tricky thing is that I can't use first or second person. Remember, no first or second person in this entire essay. Okay, so now we are moving down to your body paragraphs, and we're just following the regular CDW. So, for example, the CDW that I'm doing is history. I would be examining how the history of the term martyr. So martyrs are in history, Saint Padre, political figures, military figures, but I can't just say that again, I have to rephrase it. So how can we rephrase it? How can I rephrase that so that it becomes a new claim for my CDW? So on your paper, you should have written 3 and then letter A for claim. Okay, so the example one, I could say something along the lines of, martyrs used to exist as these sort of idealized figures. They weren't part of everyday society and therefore were viewed as saints, such as, Saint Padre, and therefore were untouchable and were not part of everyday life. My data is going to be whatever research I have. So if I've researched the history of martyrs, I've probably found some information about saints as martyrs. I've probably found some information as maybe military figures that were idealized as martyrs. I'm going to go back to my claim and use that as the basis of my understanding of this word, and that's where my data comes in. So whatever research that you've done, you're going to insert as your data. So maybe I found some research about a military figure, a Vietnam vet, maybe a political figure that created all of this change like Gandhi. Okay, so Saint Padre would be my claim, or political figure would be my claim, and then my data is my research, whatever you found in the library. Your warrant is going to say, this proves that in history people viewed the figure of a martyr this way because they were, seen as figures that were untouchable, as proved by this data. And then you're going to go to further warrant it. Someone that was honored. Your warrant might state someone that was honored, and therefore they sacrificed their lives in a physical sense. You can say, the military personnel that sacrificed themselves in a physical sense were seen as martyrs. Gandhi, who, starved to death for his cause, was seen as a martyr. Saints who literally died were seen as martyrs. So the term martyr was previously seen as someone who sacrificed themselves in a bodily sense, in a physical sense, to the greater good of mankind. And you would use that research to prove that point. And that's essentially what a warrant does. But you know that because you've already done CDWs. For the next part, when you do your next body paragraph, you're just going to rinse and repeat however many times that you think that you need to. Remember that you have a minimum of 5 sources, and you need to make sure that you prove your claim. So if you feel as though that you can do that within, 3 body paragraphs, 4 body paragraphs, whatever you think that you can do, then go ahead and try and do that, and that's fine. There's no limit or minimum as far as body paragraphs as long as you prove your point. I would suggest you have a minimum of 4 body paragraphs. That's probably appropriate for a research paper. And you do have a minimum page count, so don't forget that. Alright, now once you've finished your body paragraphs, the question is what comes after body paragraphs? And the answer is pretty obvious. it's your conclusion. But we are not going to address that in this particular video. That will come in the very last video, how to construct your conclusion. So until next time, I hope that your paper is going well. And remember, Mama McCord can help you with any questions. She's far smarter than I am. So whatever questions you have, please make sure that you ask her. And I know that you guys are being good. And I'm so proud of all of you. And I hope everything is going well. Bye.